من زلة القدم ذنبي عظيم ذنبي عظيم ذنبي عظيم وأرجو منك مغفرة.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. Dear brothers and sisters, Alhamdulillah, may the blessing of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala be upon all of us, and may Allah bless all the provision that He has provided for all of us. Amin. We are back again to the same topic, the ayah of Allah, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu qu anfusakum wa ahlikum nara. Why we have been focusing on the same ayah? Because this is the situation that we are living in today, that there's a lot of family problem here and there. Big family, big problem. Small family, small problem. Rich family, rich problem. Poor family, poor problem. Everywhere. I've been encountering a lot of these issues, day in, day out. Not only in my country, wherever I go, I encounter the same issues. When we have a session, a special session to talk about family, when we have a counseling session for the wife or even for the husband, then we start to realize there's so much problem among the ummah today. Where the problem is so small sometimes, but because we didn't act upon it early, it becomes big. Now let us look into the last thing that I'd like to share with you about this topic, Ku anfusakum wa ahlikum nara. How should we carry out this mission? The mission to save ourselves and save our family. Of course, whatever we want to do, brothers and sisters, the first thing that we must have is ilm, knowledge. Without knowledge, it's not easy to solve problems. And again, when I talk about knowledge in Islam, it's what Allah said, not what people say. Not what the West said or the East said, but what Allah said. Why is so important to know what Allah said about familyhood? Because Allah is the creator and the knower of all things. He knows everything. He knows our problem before He created all of us. And that's why He revealed the Quran as a reference. And that's why He revealed the Quran to one man named Muhammad ibn Abdullah, and later on become Muhammad Rasulullah, the last messenger of Allah to humanity. Because this man, the last prophet and messenger of Allah, Muhammad Rasulullah, is the man that Allah chose to convey His final revelation. And this man has brought a lot of wisdom, goodness to this world. So it's time for us to look into ourselves. How can we really carry out all this responsibility as Muslim, as a father, or as a husband, as a son? We can be a son to our father if our father is still alive, as a grandfather to our children, as a daughter, as a wife, as a mother, as children, as in-laws. You just name it. How can we carry out the mission to save the family? Of course, number one, like I said again, you must have the right knowledge. Who created all of us? Allah. Who called us to have a family? Allah. Who informed us that there will be a problem, there will be a test from the children, from the family, from your wife? Allah. And how did Allah guide us to solve the problem? Through His Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Because the Prophet was a man like us, and later on he became a businessman, Alhamdulillah, very honest, very sincere, and that's why there's a lot of profit that he brought back to his employer, Khadijah ibn Khuwailid. And later on, the Prophet became a husband, and become a father, and become a leader. And whatever problem that the community, the ummah at that time encounter, the tribal problem, nation problem, the poor, the needy, the rich, everything, the problem, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give the Prophet the guidance to solve all the problems, from individual problem, financial problem, racial problem, tribal problem. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala sent his revelation, the Quran, as a healer, a remedy to solve all these problems. And alhamdulillah, history has proved that with the Quran, the Prophet managed to solve all the problems that the people encounter at that time. To the extent now they live like one big family. All the tribes are together as one big family to help each other to grow further, to become better. Allahu Akbar. So the first thing that we must have to carry out this mission is that we must have knowledge. The knowledge of the Quran and the Sunnah of the Prophet. Because he is there to show us, because he was a family man, he was a father, he was a husband, he was everything. And that's why Allah said, لَقَدْ كَانَ لَكُمْ فِي رَسُولِ اللَّهِ أُسْوَةٌ حَسَنَةٌ. Indeed, in the life of the Prophet, there is a role model, the best example for all of us. Brothers and sisters, after having the right knowledge, we also must remember the saying of the Prophet ﷺ, doing anything that is good is very important to do it collectively. I hope we understand the meaning of collectively. In jama'ah, with the spirit of the jama'ah. You can do things by yourself, not say you can't do, but doing things together collectively is better. They are more blessing. And the Prophet ﷺ loved his ummah to do things collectively. When we organize ourselves, brother and sister, there's a lot of blessing. Each time when there's a problem, we gather who we can gather first to sit down and discuss. وَأَمْرُهُمْ شُورَ بَيْنَهُمْ. Allah commands us to have a meeting. Sit down and get all the information correctly and correct all the ideas from different brothers and sisters from different areas, different angle, and then we look into it with an open mind and ask Allah for guidance. Of course, remember, we are no God. Allah Almighty loves those who are humble. We must ask Allah for guidance. What do you mean by asking Allah for guidance? That means when we have any problem, the guidance is there, is given by Allah. The Quran is the final guidance. So we just have to understand what the Quran wants us to do. We may not understand the Quran, but we must go back to the scholar and ask the scholar of Quran and Sunnah of God. Nobody can understand the Quran without the Sunnah. So we must go back to people of knowledge. Allah has reminded us, فَاسْأَلُوا أَهْلِ الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنْتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. Ask people of knowledge, people who have experience. Of course, in a family matter, you don't ask a bachelor. He may be a scholar, but he has no experience being a husband. Maybe he has no experience being a son, yes. You can get some information from him, a young scholar, so that he can guide you how to be a good son or to be a good daughter. But it's not easy for him to help you how to solve husband and wife issue because he has no experience. Knowledge is something, experience, and the Prophet is not just having knowledge. He has all the experience that Allah has given him. So that's why you must know how to ask the right person to get the right answer, to get the right formula. So we must do it together. Have knowledge. If you don't have that knowledge, so you seek the knowledge from people who have that knowledge. Not only knowledge, have the experience. They have family. They have proved to you that the upbringing of the family, alhamdulillah, was good. So you can trust them. But if they don't show good example, don't go to them. They may give you the wrong advice. And do it collectively. Maybe you can bring 2, 3 of the siblings together and meet a scholar. Together we listen to the advice of the scholar, and once we get the right advice, together we act upon it. The Jama'ah Rahmah, remember what the Prophet said. The saying of the Prophet is very important. Allah gave him the knowledge, and may Allah subhanahu give us the knowledge too, inshaAllah. And brother and sister, we'll come back to you after the short break. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. All praise due to Allah, the Lord, the Creator of the worlds. Brother and sister, if you know that Allah is the Creator, He knows what is best for us. So the best thing is to go back to Allah, to ask for His guidance, ask for His help, ask the right scholars. Because the Prophet was reminded by Allah too, فَاسْأَلُوا عَلَى الذِّكْرِ إِن كُنْتُمْ لَا تَعْلَمُونَ. Ask the people who have knowledge if you do not know. So when you ask them, please, you must know that you must ask the right person, number one, Ahl Zikri. And any family matters, always make sure that it is confidential and private matter. But if you get to the wrong people, they may expose your family problem to other people, and it's not good at all. Sometimes you have that problem. And normally a great scholars, if they know that you all can't handle the issue because it's too big, then the scholar will step in. He will offer his humble help to all of you. You just have to find way. Find way, and inshallah a good scholar will know how to help you. How can you bring your parent to them? Or to him? Because something to bring him to the family will say, why are you going to bring an outsider to talk about this family issue? You become very sensitive. There's certain issue is very sensitive, especially from the elders. If they are somebody, they do not want anybody to know about their family problem, especially if they are leaders, ministers sometimes. They don't like people to know about their problem. They are afraid that people may expose their family problem to other people, to the public. And it's not good until the elders trust this scholar that we recommend. So there are many ways to solve the problem. And the best way to do it is, like I said, do it collectively. Don't just do it by yourself, discuss it among your sibling, or you can bring in your uncles, somebody that your parents respect. Because in the family, they are sure that there is somebody that the parents respect, the elders respect. They also have their friend. They also have their people that they respect. So if you know somebody that they respect, that they can listen to, then you can seek their help. We must ask for help. At first we ask Allah for help by going back to Allah's guidance, and Allah called us to ask the people of knowledge, the people who have the experience, so we have to seek for help. And also, brother and sister, remember, family problem is always very, very secret and confidential. It's very important for us to keep it within the family. And when you have solved it, alhamdulillah, I believe strongly there is no problem in this world that Islam cannot solve. There is no issue that you cannot overcome. Allah, that created the all-knowing, have make it very clear in the Quran. We have been reading the Quran. The scholars have explained to us, we may have forgotten what Allah said. I want to recall back this ayah. Allah said, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu ati'u Allah wa ati'u Rasul wa ulil amri minkum fa in تنازعتم في شيء فردوه إلى الله ورسول. Allah is reminding us as believer, or you who believe, be faithful, be obedient to Allah, ati Allah. Be faithful and be obedient to the Prophet Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam and those who have authority among you. And if you dispute in any matter, if you have any problem, whether it's an individual problem, personal problem, financial problem, children problem, family problem, go back to Allah. فَرُدُّوهُ إِلَى اللَّهِ وَرَسُولُهُ. Go back to Allah. Because He is the Creator, He knows everything. And after you go back to Allah, if you get the right information from the scholar, then of course, the way to convey the message, to bring back the message to the family, you must follow the way of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam. That means bil hikmah, with wisdom. When you want to solve a problem, a family problem, don't start to blame anybody. Don't pinpoint at anybody. Just forget about who is wrong. Just look into what is the best way to solve the problem. Of course, somebody is wrong somewhere, but you don't have to highlight their mistake. Nobody likes to admit that they are wrong. So we just ignore about who is right. Let us say, this is what Allah said. This is what our Prophet said, MashaAllah, brothers and sisters. MashaAllah, my uncle, my father, my mom. Allah have shown us the best way to solve our problem. That now we're not talking about who is right, who is wrong anymore. There's no point, because if we still argue about who is right, who is wrong, there's no ending to it. We just forget about who is right and wrong. There is a problem now. Let us sit down together, and at the end of the day, we just present what Allah said, what the Prophet said. Everybody will accept it. Win-win situation. It's not that, oh, now you follow me. No, no. We are all following Allah's commands, Allah's word, Kitab Allah, the Quran. We are all following the way of Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam to solve the family problem, following the Sunnah. So it's not following the father. Maybe the father is right, or for the mother. Maybe the mother is right, because sometimes, even the woman is right. It's very difficult for the man to follow. Because the man always say, I'm the boss, and the boss is always right. But Allah never taught us that. The Prophet never said the boss is always right. The Prophet did say that you should obey the elders, respect the elders. And whatever they said that do not contradict the truth, then we must follow. But when you are talking about the truth, normally the truth will be accepted by people. But when somebody don't accept, maybe there is some problem. Maybe the problem is because the way we convey the message is not right. We know this is the truth. But how can you convey the message and make the other people accept it as the truth? You remember that even the da'wah in Islam, the Prophet, no, Islam is the truth. Allah is the true God. But how can you convey the message and make other people accept it, that Islam is true? It may take time. You must present it in the best manner, the best form. This, I'm talking about talking to the not yet Muslim. Even not yet Muslim have problem. Everybody has problem. Those who are not married, they have a problem on what's going to happen to them. They are not yet married. Those after marriage start to have marriage problem. Those who don't have children have problem about not having children. Those who start to have children, starting to have children's problem. Those who do not work, they have problem that they are jobless. After they get a job, they have problem in their working area. Every day there's problem. And Allah knows everything. And then when you go back to the guidance of Allah, it's not that who win and who lose, it's win-win situation. And this is very, very important. You must use a lot of wisdom to talk to the elders, especially for those who claim that they know everything. Sometimes in the family, you have one member in the family feel that I know everything. I'm a PhD, I'm a doctor, so and so. Don't teach me. Yeah, you have that kind of ego sometimes. No, we are not challenging and saying that he is ignorant, no. We say, Alhamdulillah, no, we have learned people among us in the family. May Allah bless us. But this is what Allah said. Prove to them. I'm not saying who is wrong here. Maybe everybody is right. People love. When you say they are right. You don't say, maybe all of us are wrong. They can accept that. When you say, maybe all of us are right. But because we are presenting it in a different way, it contradicts each other. Now let us look into what Allah said. Because when all of us humbly follow the way of Allah, no one will go wrong. Because that is the best guidance. And that's why Allah said, this is my way, follow my way. When you follow the way of Allah, nothing can go wrong. This is the few things I'd like to share with all the brothers and sisters following this program. Through my humble experience, I have been helping a lot of family. And alhamdulillah, with that approach, Quran and Sunnah, it really helped a lot of family, husband and wife. We hope that everybody is humble enough. And please, we hope that as Muslim, never feel that I know best. I'm better than him or than her. Don't use that word, I am better. Because that is the word of Iblis la'anatullah. He is the one who started to use this term. When Allah asked him, why don't you prostrate to Adam? He said to Allah, Ana khairu minhu. I am better than Adam. So the word I am better is not a word of a believer. It is a word of the Satan. May Allah guide us, make us humble, and make us among the believer who submit to Allah Rabbul Alamin. Amin ya Rabbil Alamin. Subhanakallahumma bihamdik. Ashhadu an la ilaha illa anta. Astaghfiruka wa atubu ilaik. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi